What's going on? We back, Goodfella Sports TV. Appreciate everybody for rolling through with us today. Make sure you smash that subscribe button, hit the bell icon button. We'll miss another video, all right? We'll have a live stream going down this afternoon. I'll probably do two, one boxing, one non-boxing. So y'all be on the lookout for that evening, afternoon, around that time. Y'all know what it is. But apparently some news came down, and it's kind of disgusting, but it's kind of funny at the same time. Hearn hold his L. Jarrell Big Baby Miller hold his L. And the WBA has decided to suspend Manuel Charr for 6 months. But they did not strip Manuel Charr of his regular WBA belt. Okay, how do you get suspended and found guilty of failing a drug test, okay, for whatever performance-enhancing drug he took? And I'll link this article to the description as usual. But they don't strip you, okay? They will not strip Manuel Charr. So you know what that means? This weekend's fight card in Kansas with Jarrell Big Baby Miller and this guy from Romania, Dinu, will not be sanctioned for the regular WBA title. So Big Baby Miller will not be fighting this weekend in a title bout. So he scratched and clawed and ate his cheeseburgers, and Hearn rubbed his belly and tickled him behind his ear, and he's still not getting a title shot. So the one prestigious title, you know, in Jarrell Big Baby Miller mind, that he needed to become this star and he can start calling shots being the secondary title holder, he ain't even getting a shot at it tonight. So the WBA waited till the week, days before he fights in Kansas, and is not going to suspend Manuel Charr. He will retain his his regular WBA title, and he failed the drug test. What is wrong with the sport of boxing? Okay. 6 month suspension. I'm not sure his suspension, but they giving 6 month suspensions out. No random drug tests and the suspension for Canelo and guys of that nature. And they can just come back and fight again. And then he don't even get stripped of his title. How does that work? How does it work? Okay. Guys getting suspended, holding titles. Guys like Canelo getting suspended, come back, fight for titles, and no drug tests, and retain their titles or get titles. Boxing is in a messed up place. It's really, really in a messed up place, man. Okay, and I know Miller got to be feeling some type of way, and maybe want to take legal actions from the WBA against the WBA. But this is what happens when sanctioning belt bodies are all over the country and they can't suffer no repercussions or no consequences. You know, this dude failed. What's the point of having random VADA drug testing 365 with the WBC and the WBA if guys are going to continue to get slaps on the wrist, retain titles? You know, what's the point of it then? Why are we drug testing then? Seriously, why are we drug testing fighters if they get on slap on the wrist? Canelo Alvarez failed 2 separate drug tests. Billy Joe Saunders failed a drug test. 6 month suspension, no random drug testing during the 6 months off. I mean, what's the point? Alexander Povetkin failed 2 drug tests a couple years ago. Beginning of the year, end of the year. Was ranked in every sanctioned belt body top 5 when he fought Anthony Joshua, even the WBC. WBC wanted to push Povetkin to fight Wilder, even after he failed the drug test going into the Wilder fight. So why are we drug testing if, you know, the cheaters are still going to get rewarded? Okay? What's the drug testing for? Manuel Charr was found guilty, suspended 6 months, keeps his title. The guy that Tevin Farmer got robbed against, who won the title versus him, I can't remember the Asian guy's name. Okay? He got stripped of his IBF title that he won. And got 6 months suspension, no random drug test though. But he got stripped of his title. So, I mean, but I know Hearn got to be hot. I heard that they only sold 1,000 tickets so far at the venue in Kansas. Now, it's not a title fight. It's not a main event. It's not a title fight. All this pull that Hearn had with the WBA, I guess it doesn't apply without Anthony Joshua. And is anybody shocked? Because these sanctioned belt bodies just want to roll who got the bigger purse. It was never about Eddie Hearn's pull with the WBA. It was about them wanting they 3% from Anthony Joshua, or 2%. Joshua makes a matchroom world go round. Without Anthony Joshua, Eddie Hearn ain't nothing. He ain't nothing with him, but he's absolutely obsolete without him. He doesn't have pull with these sanctioning belt bodies. These sanctioning belt bodies got pull with whoever got the bread. 3% of 20 million or 10 or 15 million is better than 3% of whatever Big Baby Miller getting this weekend. 500,000, a million, whatever he getting. So they rolling with who got the most money. They kept showing loyalty to Manuel Charr for whatever reason that is. Somebody in Manuel Charr pocket, somebody in Manuel Charr camp slid the WBA nice little check, and that's what it's about. And until these black fighters keep going through these distress situations with these sanctioned belt bodies, and they keep going through them, with them, keep getting messed over. Until they stood up and stand up and bond together and say, you know what, man, let's start our own sanctioned belt body. Somebody help Magic Johnson, Warren Buffett. Somebody help us start our own sanctioned belt body. Or let's only support the IBF because they located in New Jersey and they are strict. Until the American fighters, the North American fighters bond together and box out these sanctioned belt bodies and say either you're going to be stationed in the United States and go by some fair rules, or we're going to start our own sanctioned belt bodies. Ain't nothing going to change. Ain't nothing going to change. All their rules are very, very subjective, and it's a dictator rules. The dictator can overrule anything that happens. Anything that happens. People screaming, unification is drum mandatories. No, it don't. It's at the discretion of the head of the sanctioned belt body, like the Mauricio Suleiman Jr. or Mendoza with the WBA. Mauricio Suleiman Jr. with the WBC. So Eddie Hearn takes another L. So now you don't have a title fight in your main event in Kansas. So what do you elevate, Clarissa Shields, or does it matter? Does it matter at this point? It was a trash card to begin with. Trash. Garbage. Booty. You telling me you paying $9.99 a month, or even a free trial? I'm not even wasting memory on my phone or wasting memory on my TV to download this garbage. Only fight that I care about is Clarissa Shields. And Luis Arias Luis Arias is fighting Gabriel Rosado, and I like Rosado, and I like Arias a little bit after he did with Danny Jacobs. But I ain't paying $9.99, or I ain't downloading no free app just to see them fight. It ain't that important to me. Ramon Alvarez taking on Brandon Rios. Come on, Brandon Rios can't even talk. He can't even say his ABCs 1, 2, 3s. They still sanctioning him and David Price to fight. I don't understand that. How they still getting passing commission, neurology tests and commission test physicals to get fights. I don't understand it. But wonder what Eddie Hearn got up his sleeve. Only 1,000 tickets sold. I don't even believe 1,000 tickets were sold. I don't believe the numbers that come out their mouth. I don't believe the numbers unless I get it from a concrete situation. If it's the Nelson rating or some real numbers that come out from the network, I believe them. I don't believe when the networks don't announce numbers. I don't believe them. The Zone don't announce any numbers. People say, well, they have 15,000 streams for Joshua and Povetkin. I believe it was more like 5,000. Seriously, that goes across the board. I don't believe what Golden Boy presidents say or PBC presidents say. I believe what Showtime say, the Zone say, what ESPN say, what Fox say, when they or the Nielsen ratings say. I don't believe that. They probably sold more like 300 tickets, and they probably took a couple 800, 400, 500, 600, 700 tickets. They're probably gonna take thousands of tickets to local elementary school to give them to the kids. Had their parents take them to the fight. He took a major loss here, and his days with the Zone is dying down. But I'll link this article to the description. Don't forget, we on Facebook group, Facebook like page. Still a box link and more on there, man. Can't change it. They won't approve me. But also, we on Twitter as well. You can check me out. Those platforms, those are the first 3 links in the description. Salute. Also, you can email me. Want to know where the intro music came from? That link's in the description as well, too. Want to make a donation to the channel? That link's in the description, too. Salute. Got one more video right behind this. We're going to double up. Y'all know what the business is. Mr. One Time for the one time. We grinding. Shout out to all the brothers out there holding us down. Sisters holding us down. We're going to continue to stay on our grizzy and talk sports. So be on the lookout for the next video. We out.